What's up, guys, and welcome back. As I mentioned in my intro video, I've been kind of annoyed and disappointed with my ECU, sort of just Velcro taped off to the side. So I did pick up Corksport's ECU relocate box that's designed for people who have a bigger than stock intake. So this video kind of came out of sequence. I originally intended on stuffing it in with my second video, but it worked better just to make this a standalone quick install video. So here it is. Thanks. In front of me, I got Corksport's battery ECU relocate box kit. I thought I would toss this into this video as well. This is not a big complicated install, and there's already videos of other people doing this, but just as a first impression, took this apart. You know, you got your actual battery box, you got your plate that goes on the front where your ECU will mount on the back of it now instead of on the side from the factory location. And in my case, because I'm running a bigger intake, it doesn't fit in that location anymore, and so I just kind of have it over on the fuse box. And then this is the lid. So I'll go through some steps on installation here in a second, but first thing I notice is, man, these threads and these like inserts they put on here are ridiculously tight when you have the box on. And so it was really hard to get these screws off when I first started working on it. But so hopefully that gets better with use. Of course, you've got your battery tie downs right here. Tie down thing that goes over the top to replace the factory piece that's in there. And then I believe these are going to be your fasteners here to put the ECU on the back of this panel right here. So let's I'll get into installing this, and that'll be the last thing for this video. Alright, so most of what you need to get the battery off is all 10 mil. And this is a super simple job. Anybody who's worked on this car for a while has done at least a few times. So we're just gonna get our plastic cover out of the way. Mine looks like crap anyway because somebody before me had some janky HID giant ballast set up right here, which I replaced with some LED lights, which are twice as bright with half the crap you used to have them. So pull the negative terminal off first, then my positive. Tuck that out of the way for the moment. Let's get this tie down off. Get that off. Tie down out of the way. Now, cable's out of the way. Just gonna grab my handle for my battery. This is old school Die Hard. It's been really good. Battery out of there. Now I've just got some front panel here, a piece of plastic. Down inside, a couple more 10 mils here. And I think when I rebuilt the engine, I didn't even put the third one back in there, so this is really just being held in by 2, and it normally would be 3. So get those 2 out of there. We'll just lift up the front first, wiggle the back out, and there's the battery box. There's our 2 ultra rusted screws. You can see your mount holes here, here, and there. So there's my ECU for right now. Alright, so let's go. You can see my JBR intake there, or maybe part of it. But you can see it sticks over quite a bit more than the stock, so there's not enough space for the ECU in the stock location. So we'll get the new battery box. See if we can't squeeze this thing in here. Back first. Front there, and looking for that mount hole. Find it. Here she is. There's that one, and there's the other one. It's pretty good. Screw down in there. Screw in the other one. Okay, the box is in there, pretty solid. Alright, let's get our battery back in there. Oh, which way did it go? Oh, maybe I should have thought about where the tie-down hooks are going to go first. They look like they hook in from the top, so maybe I will be fine. Of course, I could be looking at the instructions like you're supposed to. Yeah, they look like they're going to go like this. They look like they're going to go like this. Okay. That's going to be a bit of a challenge to put the battery in there with those just chilling down in there like that. Let's give her a try. Pause it to the front. Oh! And put the battery in there. And let's get our... Let's put this back. There's our tie down. Alright. Let's get our new fancy new tie down plate. And I'm going to guess the negative out of the way. Yeah, like that right there. Okay, so we'll drop that washer down. Don't break the box first day you get it. Alright, so let's get this out of the way. Take the battery back out for a second. Move it up. Allow us to get the washer and nut. Take them off. And we want to make sure we don't drop this while we're doing that. There's that and that. Let's go put the battery back. And there's a plate. On there. Washer. Let's put it quick so we can read the logo. I know we spend our money wisely. Alright. Alright, so that's not going anywhere. Okay, and then our other one over here. Looks like that front hole's going to be exposed, so if I find that fastener later, I can stuck it in there easy. Alright, tie downs on the plate. Scoot this back as far as we can go into the box. The whole point is more space for the ECU, right? So, tighten this down a little bit. There's our cutout for the negative cable. Alright. Now we got our ECU we need to attach to this front plate. Just here. Here's our 4 fasteners. for that job. Hopefully these are also 10 mil, because that would have been a good design choice if they did that. And they are. Alright. So this plate will sit like this. Let's attach our ECU. Now, let's see how the wire on the left is supposed to come in from there. On the right, I'm not quite so sure about. I've definitely pulled this wiring harness way out further than what most people would have it, because I wanted to move it over to the other side there. Alright, let's go ahead and disconnect our ECU and see if we can manipulate the wires better with it off of there. See my Velcro solution there. Now it's in my bumper. Alright. Okay, this is what's intended. So let's go ahead and mount this thing up over here. Right. Now, how do the wires go is the question. Man, smashing wires. I'm going to get 30 codes and no running car after I'm done with this. Let's have a look at the good old install instructions. I had open right here. Let's see how they... Oh, okay. It's right here. Yeah, coming down from the top like that with the ground wire staying inside. Let's see what they got going on there. Let's go ahead and attach that positive wire in here. Leave the negative out. But the ground wire in this picture was half inside, half out. So this guy needs to come all the way around like this. And then just the one single one is going like that. Let's tuck that so we don't accidentally connect that. Alright. So, for everything else, coming over like this. Hopefully there's no way you can flip-flop those, huh? That might be it right there. That's going to come inside a lot, like that. And tomorrow we'll have an intake leak. New coat, everybody. Those clamps up top and we'll put this back together. That's a little better. God, I don't like all those exposed wires so close to that sharp edge. Alright. Some light down low. Get another light. It's really smashed in here. I think we're in. Jeez. Is that it? I think it actually is. Now, how the hell do these plugs go on? Alright, snug as a bug in a rug. Now can we even get a coupler back on that freaking intake? Jeez. We'll have to see. Alright, so let's tighten down our battery box. Our battery tie downs. Straighten that up a little. Alright, it shouldn't be going anywhere. I don't want to let that go. I'm going to put the lid back on now. Alright. Alright, let's see if this thing shoots sparks and explodes my ECU. Nope. Whenever you're not sure about a battery connection, you're going to do something bad, you got to just jam it on there. That's the best way. Okay. Funny enough, the direction, it needs to go down more to be able to fit in there. It's almost like I want to drill that plastic out a tiny bit to make that line up better. So look, the threads are actually fine. Yeah, they're fine. This is an alignment issue with this. So I think what I might do, and everybody can roast me in the comments and tell me if I'm an idiot for drilling on something brand new, but I'm about to just enlarge this hole a little. 9:30 seconds. Sounds good. Yep. works. Oh, that's binding right away. It's not good. Can't turn that more than like 3 turns and it's done. Alright, so that took some minor modification to make it work. It's always great when you have to mod your brand new part. Maybe that's because this should be on the inside or the outside. That's on the outside, so that's what's wrong. Okay, let's try it again. So some of that was user error, not bad parts. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, here it is installed. Okay guys, so just a final note on that. Any complaining I was doing about the alignment was largely my own fault, because the front plate here has to be on the outside of the box, not the inside. If it's on the inside, it pushes the box out too far, and then it just makes the hole not line up with the thread insert thing on the inside, which makes it really, really hard to screw in. But now that this is correct on the outside, like this right here, this screws in and out pretty easily. So I think if you're gonna be working on your car like a lot on a regular basis, like I'd probably leave that lid off, but for normal operation every day, it's cool to leave it on there. You don't get so much dirt and crud and stuff on the top of your battery. So, and ECU's out of the way, and this is very, very tight, but it does fit. And before the ECU would have been here and it didn't fit. So this is a pretty decent solution. Worked out all right. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you found any of this useful information, please like and subscribe and leave me some comments or whatever you want to do. Just kind of hope to install this and do a real world, kind of older car like mine with rust and those sort of problems, like the install videos that that the companies always do are always on a pristine, perfect car. So, and this car is far from perfect. So, but yep. See you guys in the next one.